Howdy. My name is Nonat, and it's been about a week since I've uploaded, which is longer than usual lately, and there's good reason for that. Partially, it's because even though it's been 2 months at this point, I have still been spending time, A, decompressing from the subathon, and B, finding my workflow again after the subathon. For those of you who weren't aware, from November 1st through May? From November 1st through March 31st, I streamed every single day for about 9 to 12 hours, only taking about 10 days off throughout the entire 5 months. And as such, it had a little bit of a heavy toll on me. Not in a bad way, but it was the kind of thing where halfway through April, I thought, wow, I'm perfectly rested. Let's jump right back into content. And that was a mistake. I'm really happy with some of the content I put out at the end of April. And then early May, things hit. And my body said, just kidding, you're not done. So I took more time to myself, time that I knew I needed and time that was well spent on relaxing, making content still, but also figuring out what kind of content I want to make. And I've landed on a basic schedule. This video is sort of a quasi-schedule to let you know what to expect from most weeks on this channel, as well as a shameless plug, because if you're watching this right now when it goes live, I'm actually live myself over on twitch.tv/Nonat1. That's right, streams are back. I didn't stream much at all in April or May, but come June, I mean, it's not June yet, it's May 28th, but I'm streaming right now is what I'm saying. In fact, I'm doing a fresh playthrough of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, my new favorite video game of all time. And it's not just a normal playthrough, we are doing a solo character challenge where every fight must be won with a single character, no reserve party members. If you don't understand what that means, come on over. It's a beautiful game, beautiful work of art, and I want to share it with more people. But regarding scheduling, I'm going to be trying to release 2-ish videos a week. If I get ahead of myself, maybe 3. If I can't keep up, maybe 1. I'm going to try to keep it to 2 and do a video backlog, where if I can get 3 videos done in a week, I'll upload 2 of them, and then the third one can go up the next week. You know, like a smart person does. Most of these are going to be Pathfinder focused, especially with Shining Kingdoms having just come out with some really cool content in there that I'm going to be covering in the coming weeks, but also there will likely be 1 or 2 experimental videos a month. I'm tired of being afraid of the YouTube algorithm or being afraid of YouTube itself to prohibit me from experimenting, and I'm going to keep doing that. I had a blast making my Final Fantasy X recap video, which if you haven't seen it, there is a link in the top right corner. Thank you to everybody who has checked that video out. It really does mean the world to me, and I expect a lot of you didn't even know it existed because algorithms. And I'm trying my best not to get lost in the weeds. You know, it's easy to say, wow, that video didn't get 10,000 views like my usual content. But instead of thinking of it that way, I'm trying to remind myself to think about it that 1,500 people, that is over 1,000 individuals, watched me rant about Final Fantasy X, my second favorite video game of all time. That's awesome. It's so cool. So even if it doesn't live up to the hype and attention of my normal Pathfinder content, I'm gonna keep making variety experimental content like that because I find it fun, it keeps that creative spark in my job, and it's gonna make the rest of my content that much better when I get to express myself like that. So thank you to everyone who's watched it. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made in my life. It's silly, it's dumb. Even if you don't know Final Fantasy X, I highly recommend it. You'll definitely understand the story by the time I'm done. This is a lie. So that's about it. Wednesdays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific time, that's 2 p.m. Eastern time, I will be streaming every single week. Expect 2-ish videos a week, as well as 1 or 2 videos a month being something experimental and new. Thank you for letting me do this as my full-time career for the last 5 years of my life. I live a blessed life. It's easy to let depression win and turn into a log and wish how things could be better. But in a lot of ways, I couldn't ask for better opportunities than I have right now. Thank you all so much. Hopefully I'll see you over at Twitch. I'll be live for 3 or 4 hours today. And until next time, Nonat1s.